Well, this is thrilling indeed. This round of Patreon Mega Votathon Extravaganza, etc. is such a tight race that I should probably just do them all. But before we get going with Piano Man, adapted for guitar, speaking of Patreon, if you don't mind, I'd like to take just a moment to thank the following people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Mr. Jim B., Mr. or Mrs. Game Trojans, and Marcel Villalobos. Folks, thank you so much for your support. And Patreon folks, thank you so much for your great suggestions and participation. Here we go. And I made you a tab because I'm nice like that. And it is 100% no strings attached free. Just go to my website, RyanLent.com, show notes, and you'll find it there. But the title, of course, is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. Piano, being an art form, is the opposite of a science. You're looking for nuclear physicist. I got this really rad button, so now I don't have to lunge for the camera anymore. It does the shutter, so excuse me while I'm kind of grasping around wondering what I'm supposed to do with my body. Watch this. I'm sure a billion people have it's so nice to just sit back here. I'm sure a billion people have shown you how to play this on the guitar, but have any of them shown you the intro, the very beginning noodling nonsense? The first chord is a D7 of sorts. Of course, piano players can do things with 10 separate fingers to play 10 separate notes that we just can't do. So I'm just going to pick my favorite D7, which is a C7 shape, C, plus your pinky finger on G3, and then move it up 2 frets to make it a D7. Then you're going to grab the B string 9th fret and slide up to 10, E8, all the way up to E12, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 11, 9, 8. And then, I'm sure of this, it's a G sharp diminished chord. We just learned this chord recently. Thumb guys. E string 4th fret with your thumb, and then we're going to have D3 with your pointer finger, G4 with your ring finger, B3 with your middle finger, and E4 with your pinky finger. And then on the E string we're going to go 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Then 3, 4, 5, 3, B, 4, 5, E3. So, takes me a minute still on this new chord to me. I would urge you to go at your own speed. No need to keep tempo there, but this will surely leave your campfire attendees perplexed. Not working. Clearly some kinks to iron out, and maybe I can find a quieter button, but this will do for now. Okay, the main thing. We're gonna play C. And then this chord, we're gonna call it, for the sake of calling it something, C with a B in the bass. That's C/B, that's how it's written and that's how it's pronounced. That's not really what this chord is. It's the chord that comes in between C and A minor. You'll lose your ring finger and put your middle finger on the A string 2nd fret. Instead, pointer finger stays on that B string 1st fret. And then, of course, A minor's next, followed by A minor 7 with a G in the bass, which is much more complicated than it sounds. The opposite of that, much less complicated than it sounds. Your ring finger is just going to migrate up to the E string 3rd fret. So you got B1, D2, and E3. In context, it will make more sense, followed by F, and then C with an E in the bass, another slash situation. That's how those things are pronounced, C/E, C with an E in the bass. You just play regular C, but we do want to hear the low E string. To regular old D7, your pointer finger is right in position. We're just going to add G2 and E2, and then normal G. So, the first half. C with a B in the bass, A minor, 7 with a G in the bass, F, C with an E in the bass, D7, G. Now without me talking. You can do a little walk there if you want. When you land on the G, you'll hit your G, and then open A string 2nd fret, before we slide into the second half, which starts the same. C with a B in the bass, A minor 7, F, turn around to G, and And then we're into the interlude. There are two interludes that happen in this song. The first one is the one that happens here after the intro. It's C, F, C. Now, you may hear C, F, G, but I believe that third chord to be a C. Again, piano players can do things, do C inversions. There's a B in that chord, making it a C major 7. Whatever. Play C, F, C, and a little walk. Or C, F, G, and a little walk. It's completely up to you. But the little walk comes off of your little F chord. You're just going to play the D string how it is, then the 2nd fret, and then open. Or whichever one suits your fancy. As you play through this with the song, you will get a feel for which interlude comes when, but let's face it, if you're playing it by yourself and you play one of the interludes when you should have played one of the other interludes, nobody's gonna care. But this second interlude, which is just C and F, I'm calling it the building interlude because it comes after the verse and then there's the, you know, the kazoo solo, which is the second half of the verse, F, G, C. Into our building interlude, C, F. And that's when he kicks it way up with his voice and sings that next higher octave. That's when that interlude type happens. It's 3. Why do I have to hit it 3 times? I'm totally leaving this in. I did leave this on all night. I wonder if it's running out of batteries. How to play Piano Man plus bonus Man Struggles with Button. The la-di-da-da part is what we have to accomplish, and then that's it. Those are all the pieces. So A minor 7 with a G in the bass. And now we have to discuss D with an F sharp in the bass, the better man chord. That's E2, G2, and B3. That really accentuates the bass walk down, right? We got an A in the bass of our A minor, a G in the bass of our A minor 7 with a G in the bass, followed by an F sharp. You really get that. So, A minor 7, D with an F sharp in the bass, F, A minor 7, hang on the better man chord, and G. Want to put that little walk in there too, I chose to put it on the high string. It's the E string 3rd fret, just like it is when you play G. Then I'm reaching back for the 1st fret with my pointer finger. You might play 3-finger G, and then you could play Tom Petty G, right? And then you'd have your pointer finger available. Then you get the walk correctly how it is with the landing on the B string 3rd fret. Hey, let's do it that way. Tom Petty G, that's middle finger on A2, ring finger on E3, and pinky finger on the other E3. So the E string is going to go 3, 1, open, and then the B string 3rd fret if you want to get that big walk, that small walk on the big triumphant G. Here's the la-di-da part. Alright, I replaced the battery just in time to say those are all the pieces. You get to now go figure out which part goes where when, and this is where I thank you so much for being here and tell you that I will be whatever next time with more stuff. Here we go. Yes, it worked, but it's still too loud. I'll keep looking. Don't buy this thing.